If you are collecting or investing in Pokemon cards, or maybe you're just buying and selling at card shows or your local hobby shop, then being able to see raw card values or sealed box values, or even just seeing your entire portfolio value is huge. You need to be able to see what you're buying and selling at the current market rate and all in one place, ideally. And that's why today I'm going to walk you guys through the #1 most important tool you can possibly have when buying or selling any TCG. So that's why we're going to walk through how to use the Collectr app. This is the #1 most important tool you could possibly ever have if you are interested in collecting or investing in Pokemon cards. So we're going to go step by step from the beginner features to some of the more advanced features. And some of you may have already guessed, this video is sponsored by Collectr. But I have been using Collectr since long before I was sponsored by them and well before I was even making videos at all. I initially hated the app. I preferred just a spreadsheet style. I just enjoyed manually entering in the values, checking them on TCG Player or eBay. But you don't have to do that. I would spend hours every single day just tracking prices and uploading them manually into my spreadsheet. And while there is a satisfying OCD nature to that, I could definitely find some better things to do with my time than just uploading and updating prices manually every single day. So this video is sponsored by Collectr, but like I said, I've been using it well before I was ever sponsored, well before I was ever making videos. So it's just going to be a how-to video on how to use the Collectr app and track your prices, sales, trades, all of that. So if you guys appreciate what I'm doing, please like, comment, and smash that subscribe button. It really does help. And if you do subscribe, I will be ripping that Evolving Skies booster box live on this channel when we hit 1,000 subscribers. So let's start with the basics. First, you need to download the app. You can find it on iOS or Android for free. You don't even need to create an account. You can just look at cards or see the value of cards or boxes without even creating an account. But obviously, you're going to get a lot of additional features like the portfolio feature if you create an account. So #1 recommendation, download and log in. So as you can see here, the welcome page just says welcome to Collectr. If you scroll down slightly, you can register or log in here. So obviously I already have an account, so I'm going to log in, but if you don't, you're just going to register with your email. All right, so as you can see, once you've logged in, you're at the home page now and you have nothing added, but let's just go over the basics of the menu here. So on the home page, once you have items added, you'll be able to see your portfolio. It starts off with the 1 month selected and you can see your gains over time. So whether that's 1 day, 7 days, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months. And if you pay for the pro membership, you can get the max view where you can see from the beginning of time once you first entered your first item, how much value you've gained since then. And if you click on the Performance tab up on the top left next to Overview, you will be able to see how much you've gained versus how much you've paid over time. So looking down at the bottom of the screen, you have the Home tab. That's where you are starting out. Next to that, we have the Search tab. That's where you'll be able to find any of the 200,000 items in their database for top TCGs like Pokemon, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh!, One Piece, Lorcana, Star Wars, etc. So let's just look up an item here. Let's look for the Evolving Skies booster box. So it will auto-populate with everything that comes underneath the Evolving Skies booster box name. So here we have the Evolving Skies booster box, which is what we were searching for, but it also shows the Evolving Skies booster box case, in case that's what you were looking for, and also the Evolving Skies half booster box. So if we go here and you just click on the Evolving Skies booster box, now you are looking at this specific item, whether it's a card or a box, it doesn't matter, but this is what we're looking at for now. And it shows you immediately, you can view sold listings right here at the top, and that shows you all the recent sales from eBay and showing you exactly what they sold for. Whereas just if you don't know, if you just look on eBay, you won't even get what the actual sale price is. You have to go to a third-party website like Collectr or 130 Point to use one of these websites that scrapes the data from eBay in order to see what the actual sale price is. Because eBay won't tell you if a best offer was accepted and what that price was. So you can see all of that right at the top. And of course, you've got the wonderful graph here showing you what the price for that item has done over time. So if we just want to scroll down a little bit here, you can easily add whatever item it is to your portfolio. Just hit that plus icon and it will instantly add one Evolving Skies booster box to your portfolio. If you want to add more, you just click the number there in the center. Say we want to add 10 of them. Type in 10, hit OK. And it will instantly add 10 to your portfolio and track the prices automatically. If you keep scrolling down, I use these tabs all the time. You can go directly to TCG Player or you can check out current listings on eBay. Now, the TCG Player app is such utter garbage. I would rather open up my Collectr app, find the item, and then click the View All Listings for TCG Player. And as you can see here, it will just take you directly to TCG Player for that item. So you can see what items are selling for right now in the past few minutes, or just to see what boxes are currently available. Because as you may know, for some rarer items, more scarce items, they don't sell all the time. So sometimes the price doesn't update until a new product sells. So you might just want to see what current values are available for boxes online right now. So that's how you add a product to your portfolio. So let's go back to the Home tab. And as you can see here, it will automatically populate with what your new portfolio value is currently at. For this video, since we're mostly focusing on investing and some of the more basics, but some additional advanced features, we're going to skip over the shop and the social tabs and go right to the portfolio tab. So once you've added multiple items like we just did, you can go through your entire portfolio, see how much you have of that item, without having to dig through your storage unit or your closet, whatever it may be, and just see at a quick glance how many of each item you have, what the current value is, and maybe get an idea for what you need to buy next, or maybe what you need to sell. And lastly, a part of the main screen basics, you have your profile tab, which is just going to be the name that you've set up for yourself, how many cards you have in your collection, your total value. If you want to share your portfolio link with people online, you can do that. But for our purposes, the main tabs that you're going to focus on are the Home tab, the Search tab, and the Portfolio tab. Those are the three main tabs that I use daily. So that's how you add any item, whether it's a single card or boxes from different TCGs or all from Pokemon, whatever it is, you just follow that same setup and add them all into your collection. So let's go back to the Home tab, which is where it's going to start you out at if you just logged in or anytime you open the app. And let's look at some additional features for adding raw cards or sealed boxes. So we just go to the Search tab, we can click Pokemon since that's what we're focusing on. And let's say you want to add the Mega Gengar EX, but you don't want to just add the raw card because you have a PSA 10. Well, you can do that too. So right here at the top, you see the three tabs. You got raw, graded, and pop. So if you go to the graded tab, you can then see the prices for those grades, whether it's a PSA 10 or a 9 or BGS 10. You can see the graph and the prices currently for all of those options. So if you want to add your PSA 10 Mega Gengar EX to your portfolio, just scroll down here. Just below the value, you'll see the plus icon with add a graded card. So click that and you have all of the top grading options here: PSA, Beckett, CGC, Tag, or Ace. Let's stick with PSA. And we have a Gem Mint 10, so you just hit add card. And it shows you the value right there. And you can see it easily, the PSA 10 versus the raw card value, just right there. Even if you don't have any of the raw in your portfolio, it's still easy to see. So now if we go back to the Portfolio tab, you can see that it was instantly added. Or the Home tab as well will also show you your value increase based on what you've added. Well, if you are an advanced collector or investor like me, then you kind of want to know, well, what did you pay for that card? Sometimes it's been years and you might not remember what you paid for that card. So it's best to add it now, right when you bought the card or the box. So you're just going to scroll down here and click the three-dot icon to the right of the card value, and you're going to click the Enter Price Paid. From there, you're just going to hit Add Another Entry, and it's already set quantity 1. Price paid is set to NA. Well, let's say we bought it for $800. Type in 800, hit OK, and save. Now it's all saved in the app, how much you paid for it and what it's currently valued at. So that's where the Performance tab that we talked about before comes in handy. You go back to the home tab here, you can then go to the top and click performance. So that will show you your portfolio value gained, and beneath that, how much you've paid and the total market value for that portfolio. So speaking of portfolios, you can have different portfolios. I use different portfolios for everything. I have my main investing portfolio. I have one for my son. I have one for new things that I'm adding, like this one, or a selling tab, where say I want to sell 3 items that I have in my main portfolio, but I kind of want to track what the price is at and just see it all in one place, what the total value is. So for that, you go back to the home page, and here on the top left, you'll see portfolio. Mine is set to new. And if you just click that, you will be able to see all the portfolios that you currently have, and you can just add a new one. Let's say News 69. Hit done and create. And now you can just easily scroll through all of your portfolios. And the nice thing with this too is that it will show you your total portfolio's value. Now, a somewhat advanced feature, but very helpful, especially if you're at a card show, you're buying cards, or you're looking through collections, and maybe you're not even quite sure what card this is. Let's be honest, there's hundreds of Pokemon sets and thousands upon thousands of cards. So most of us don't have an idea of what every card is. So if you're unsure, you can just go down here to the bottom left, the search tab, and if you click on the camera icon in the top left, you will see that it pops up with your camera, and you can just scan whatever card it is that you're looking at, and it will populate with that card. So I just have this one sitting here, first edition, Sabrina's Hypno. Let's scan it. And as you can see here, you just click the white button in the middle, and it auto-populates Sabrina's Hypno, 56, $6.79. Your picture with the match, obviously you can just line it up and see, did it actually get the correct card? And of course it did. If you have this card in your collection already, you just hit the check icon in the bottom right and hit add to portfolio. And then we just go to the bottom right again, click on your portfolio tab, and you can see that it was added to your portfolio. So for this section, I'm going to go back to my main portfolio because it's just going to be easier to see this feature that I use daily. If you go here to the portfolio tab, you can then select on the top right the little lines with dots on them icon, and you can hit sort, and it will give you a ton of options to sort your collection by. Of course, just starting from the top, you can see price low to high or high to low. You can see the price change, which is one of the features that I use the most, just to see which items have been growing the most recently or depreciating the most recently. Of course, then if you keep scrolling down, you can see the card number low to high or card number high to low. Product A to Z, Z to A, date added. You can see the percent change, which is another feature that I use the most, because sometimes you don't really care exactly how much the dollar value has changed, but rather the percentage. Once you really get into investing, the percentage is oftentimes more important than the sheer dollar value. Of course, the dollar value is important, but knowing the percentage change on the item is incredibly useful if you're looking to maybe sell that item, or maybe you want to pick up more of that item. And then lastly, also you can see the trending. What is the most popular of your items that is trending the most in the market that day? So that's about it, guys. Those are just a few of the ways that I like to use the Collectr app, the best ways to track your portfolio, see what items are moving and shifting and changing, how to add new items. So again, if you appreciate what I'm doing, guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help. That's about it. Peace.